At the beginning we see a scene that might be misunderstood. A man freshly released from prison is seen smiling at a little girl, his hands gently touching her. The scene quickly becomes tense as police officers arrive, seemingly worried that they might hear the child cry. However, they don't barge in, but follow procedure to verify the man's identity.
Sorry to have disturbed you tonight. I'll let you get back to the little lady.
Just as the man tries to close the door, another officer stops him. It seems like he might have given himself away, but instead the officer kindly offers some advice.
Tummy massage. She's got colic. You gotta massage her tummy.
Following the officer's suggestion, the man massages the girl a few times and she calms down. Initially, he just wanted to try it out, not expecting the police to show up. He is not the girl's father, but a man who has been incarcerated for 25 years and is now released. We learn about the 3 strikes law in the United States, which meant that if someone was convicted of a felony 3 times, their second imprisonment would be doubled, and the third would be at least 25 years or even life. The protagonist, Russell, was caught with just an ounce of marijuana, leading to a 25-year sentence. Many of Russell's fellow inmates sympathized with his situation, and the staff tried everything to get him out. Once released, however, Russell seems lost. Decades of isolation have created a vast gap between him and contemporary society, to the point where he can't even make eye contact at work, always waiting for others' instructions.
Okay, Russell. I gotta get you off the clock. Morning shift and put the rest away.
Russell works cautiously every day, following orders to the letter, potentially even doing others' work if not guided. Over time, this earns him the trust of his boss, who even entrusts him with the keys to the shop, a small consolation for Russell after his release. With a light heart, Russell visits an amusement park alone. Seeing the crowds, he feels a tinge of sadness, remembering his last visit decades ago. He's grateful for the chance to relive this experience in his lifetime, and slowly, a smile forms on his face. Just when Russell thinks he can live worry-free, fate plays another trick on him. At over 40, he's never used a computer and is clueless about electronic devices, showing how 25 years in prison have disconnected him from modern society. With some help from a cafe worker, he barely manages to look up some information, his goal being to find out what happened to his father. Russell discovers that his father had passed away from heart disease years earlier. Overwhelmed with grief upon hearing this, he had thought he had no family left, but fate had a different plan, presenting him with an angel in the form of a baby girl he finds abandoned in a trash can. Unable to leave her behind, Russell takes her back to his shop. The girl's parents left no information, only a note with the name Ella. Russell finds himself relating to the girl, both abandoned in their own ways, one by her parents and the other by a cruel twist of fate due to an absurd law. After much contemplation, he decides to take her home. Though initially planning to call the police, Russell couldn't bring himself to do it, aware that taking in an abandoned child could break the law, especially as a recently released convict. This could land him back in prison for life. However, following a phone call, the police arrive but find nothing amiss with Russell. Ella's cries wake Russell up at dawn. With no food at home, he tries to soothe her hunger with a packet of tomato sauce, which unsurprisingly doesn't work. Eventually, he finds some yogurt, which seems to suit Ella's taste better. The bed looks like a battlefield with empty boxes everywhere. Knowing this isn't a sustainable way to feed Ella, Russell rushes to the supermarket to stock up on baby food, quickly filling a bag with the help of the staff and hurrying home. Surprisingly, Ella is calm and quiet, lying peacefully in bed. Russell takes Ella to the beach, a place he's longed to visit. As the glittering sea reflects in their eyes, Russell shares his story, lulling Ella to sleep. Everything seems perfect for a moment. However, their peace is disrupted when the police and child welfare services arrive to investigate. Under intense questioning, Russell becomes nervous and stutters, knowing this might be his last moment with Ella. The situation brings him to tears, unaware of the trouble it would bring. Russell encounters a beautiful woman, trying to make a good impression. He puts on glasses and attempts to strike up a conversation, but an unexpected incident occurs.
Can I fucking help you?
Russell, feeling ashamed, doesn't know how to react. Seeing the woman cry, he can't help but offer her a tissue. Still shaken from the earlier incident, Russell's hands tremble as he reaches out. Fortunately, the woman doesn't hold it against him and starts a conversation once she feels better. This encounter was made possible by 2 female officers who, out of duty or curiosity, kept pressing Russell about Ella, determined to get the full story from him. Even when the truth finally came to light, Russell's life was forever altered. Without hesitation, Russell discards his work uniform into the trash. Faced with blatant discrimination, he feels lost but knows his past cannot be erased. Rather than endure scorn, he decides it's better to start anew where no one knows him. Yet he wonders where in the vast world he should go. After some thought, he heads to the place he longs for most, his hometown where his parents are buried. On the bus, he meets a woman in tears and awkwardly makes her a sandwich, which wins her affection. They spend the journey chatting, laughing, and even sleeping nestled against each other, dreaming about the future. Russell lets his guard down and shares his past. Far from facing prejudice, the woman encourages him to bravely face life, giving Russell a sense of warmth he hadn't felt in a while. As the bus travels into the night and the woman must disembark, they face the reality of parting after a wonderful journey. Holding her hand, reluctant to let go, Russell knows he must bear the separation alone. Watching her disappear, he feels like a kite, alone in the world with everyone merely passing through his life. Only his parents remain his everlasting light. Lying in front of their grave bathed in the sunset, Russell finally finds unparalleled peace. Then he visits a safety deposit box at an insurance company, opened with a key his father left him. Inside he finds a letter full of his father's deep longing and encouragement to face life bravely, even without his parents by his side. Tears stream down Russell's face, especially as he looks at a photo of him with his parents. Memories flood back and he feels like a child again, his long-suppressed emotions bursting forth. The letter reveals a stamp on the back of the photo worth £100,000, the only legacy his father left him. Faced with the choice to sell or keep the stamp, Russell does neither. Instead, he gives it to the head of a children's home, instructing her to pass it to Ella on her 18th birthday. Afterwards, Russell heads to the dock, planning to sail far away. Thanks for watching. Make sure you subscribe and turn on notifications so you can watch more videos like this.